Hello everyone, and welcome to another beatsfromlegends.com tutorial. So this is probably the most basic tutorial we'll ever do here. If you've got FL Studio, so this is just a introduction into FL Studio. What to do, how to start. So at the end of the day, with producing, you just gotta keep doing it until you get better. So you check it out. This is FL Studio. When you open it, there's just three things that you need to know, three places you need to be. It's either you're going to be working in the playlist, or you're going to be working in the piano roll, or you're going to be working in the step sequencer. To open up the playlist, you click this button here. Now the playlist is basically where, that's the song, essentially. A song is made up of patterns, and you put a bunch of patterns on the playlist, like so. These are empty patterns for now, but you can put different patterns and you can add and subtract the patterns that are there. The next place to be in would be the piano roll, probably where you're going to spend most of your time. Here's a piano right here on your left, and yeah, these are some piano notes. So the current instrument is a kick, so I know it doesn't sound good, but that will make sense as you continue to use FL Studio. Last one there is your step sequencer. Step sequencer and piano roll are like the same thing, but with the step sequencer, it's more like for drum loops. So you can see there are less options, so you can just point and click. And if you're doing point and click, this is probably a better place to start. So we're not going to go too much in depth. We're just going to make something real simple. We're going to we'll start with the piano roll. Okay, so I need an instrument that's not, I actually want to work with the keys, so I actually have to add them here. You just go to insert, and we'll start with FL keys. Nice and simple. Let me keep the grand piano. Probably it's not as basic, but I like to put this on the mixer. Just put everything on the mixer. It'll make sense later. I'm gonna put some reverb. Don't put reverb on everything. We're gonna cover some of these other things more in depth in other tutorials, but I want some reverb on the keys. It will just make it sound better. So we're gonna come up with a melody. I'm gonna stay in the key of A minor. It's basically a melody, just always coming back to where it started, and you just run it through a loop. Let's hear how that. We're gonna slow this down because we want some kind of. Put the metronome if the drums aren't there yet. Metronome is just a ticking thing to help you keep time. The metronome's too loud. I think we'll bring that down for now. So that's going to be our melody. This is in pattern 1. Okay, so you see how it says pattern 1 here. That's one that we're working with. So that's the one here, pattern 1. And we'll add pattern 1 to the playlist. Now we're just going to add some drums and be done with it. So create another pattern. A pattern is just basically either a drum loop or a melody like we just made here. So we're going to make a drum loop. We'll actually label it drum loop. In order to bring up the labeling, you just press F2. And I'm going to use the step sequencer for that. So we're in pattern 2 on the step sequencer. As you can see, it's empty. We're just going to fill that up. We'll go start with the boom bap. When you're starting off, just put a snare or a clap on the 2 and the 4. Okay. And we'll fill it out with hats. Okay. We're gonna, if you make the drum loop longer, you can put a few more variations. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of a time shift to make the hat sound a little bit more realistic, as well as the snare. I'm gonna cover that in another video as well. Yeah, maybe even the kick. Bit of time, yeah, it just makes it sound more realistic. And we're gonna put the drum loop that we made and the pattern, into your playlist. And this is the song. Let's just see how it sounds. Remember to turn off the metronome because we've got a drum loop now, so we don't need that clicking sound, to keep time. So here we are. Make sure you change the play option to song. You want to play the song instead of the pattern. Pattern will play the drum loop. Song will play the entire song that's in the playlist. So now we're in the playlist. Let's hear how it all sounds together. Okay, so there you go. We started off in the piano roll. We made this pattern here in the piano roll. Then we moved to the step sequencer. We made this drum loop. Then we joined it all together in the playlist. So that concludes this tutorial. Just keep checking this out for more tutorials on the way. And if you got any questions, put it in the comment section. Thanks.